What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. So give me 1 second, y'all. What's going on, y'all? All right, just sent the link out. So there is a few setups we're going to be looking at. Yeah, so there's going to be a few setups we're going to be looking at. Let's delete that. So move that over. There we go. All right, bam. So there was a few setups I went over with the members last night. We didn't enter any trades last night. Well, I didn't. But we could have last night. And the reason why I say that is there was a few setups that ended up going our way. If we would have just entered, it would have hit some TPs like literally like an hour ago. But that happens. But there are some setups that we can possibly jump into these next couple candlesticks. So we're going to be watching EA. We're going to be watching EJ. We're going to be watching GJ, but GJ was one of them I was looking at last night, as well as EN, EA, GN, GA, and GJ and GN ended up starting the move like I said, literally like this hour or last hour, because it's about to be a new hour. But yes, we're gonna be watching GA, we're gonna be watching EA, we're gonna be watching EJ, we're gonna be watching gold, we're gonna be watching indices, of course, and yeah, that's gonna be the game plan for today. And that's gonna be the game plan for today. So. We even have UJ right here pushing up. Yeah, so there's a few setups we can possibly jump into. Line session opening candles about to start in about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing right now. I went over all the levels and stuff last night with the members, and nothing's really changed since last night, besides like a few of the currency pairs literally within the last 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah, so I'm going to see what this next 15 looks like and what this hour looks like, and then we're going to go from there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and write these up. Yeah, but new 15 is about to start, so I really want to pay attention to EJ and AED pairs. Now, looking at the JPY pairs, we are clearly bullish, but we could possibly be seeing a retracement today or tomorrow. If it can hold above this daily level here, definitely feel comfortable going for a buy, but I would not be shocked if we see a retracement here because we do have a nice imbalance that was formed from yesterday's candle, but it's holding so far. So if we can hold, we're going to look for a buy here. So the new 15 just started. Let's take a look here, see what's going down. Yeah, so we missed those entries. So like usual, we're just either going to wait for a retracement or just wait for the next key price level to look for an entry. Yes, we're going to either wait for a retracement on these pairs or we're going to just enter at the next key price level. So that's going to be the game plan for the AUD pairs. So we're going to be waiting for a retracement / retest. But it looks like the JPY pairs are still slowly pushing up. So we are going to look at the JPY pairs. We're still going to pay attention to the AUD pairs. But like I said, it's not a good entry. We kind of want to enter a little bit lower. So we're simply just going to wait for a retracement retest. And if that doesn't happen, even though about 8 times, 9 times out of 10 is going to eventually happen, whether it's this candlestick or 30 minutes from now, usually we'll see it happen. But if not, we're just going to enter at the next key price level and entry point. It's that simple. You know what I mean? We don't chase trades here. We just look at the charts, figure out the ideal setups, and then wait for those setups to materialize and come to us. That's all we do here. All right, so the indices look like they're slowly trying to push up. Nothing really at a good entry point yet, though. But we are going to keep an eye on those. Gold is retracing, like we were just talking about, and it's about to retest this level. Again, it's just another example here. Did a small retest here, did a push up, again, within like an hour or two after I got off the charts. So it's touching this level and retesting. So if it holds this level of support, which it's kind of doing right now, we can look for buys. Pretty much the same thing like I went over in yesterday's live. This is the key level I was talking about. If it stayed underneath, we could look for sells. We see it stay underneath for literally one candlestick, rejected, pushed back up, retested this daily level last night, just broke above it, and now it's trading at support level. And then if we go into bigger time frames, we can see, just like I was talking about, it's still bullish. So this could just be just a higher low at this point. We have a little bit of choppiness, a little bit of level traffic. We finally broke above it. So yeah, if it can hold this level, we're going to look for buys. That's simple. If we can hold this level, we could possibly see a new high being made. I at least want to see 2050 get hit this week. Now, what happens next week? That's next week's problem. Like I said, if we break this, we could see some all-time highs being made. Now, whether they want that to happen or not, we're going to find out. But we're still going to stick to the trend nonetheless. Not really any crazy news going on. There's FOMC later on tonight once the market reopens. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens to the charts at that time. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. Tomorrow, though, that's when the red folder news pops back off. Thursday and Friday is a little bit cleaner. But yeah, we'll go over tomorrow's news later on in the stream. So looking at gold, it is holding slow at support so far. So I do like that. Then we see the indices pushing up. So yeah, we're going to pay attention to these pairs as well. Going to put this back on the 15. Yeah, so it's retesting this level nicely. So I'm paying attention to this on my other monitor. And we're about to look at these other pairs. So EJ is still holding that level, but we do see a slight rejection wick. New 5 minutes about to start in about 40 seconds. So we're going to see what that looks like. Yeah, we see some slight retracements there. This is about to hit the top of the zone as well. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Yes, these other JPY pairs are hitting the top of the zone, which could be causing retracement. But we're still going to be paying attention to those pairs. So we're going to be watching gold, the indices, specifically NAS and SPX. And then we're watching the JPY pairs, the New Zealand pairs and AUD pairs. And I know that might sound like a lot, but we're not going to necessarily enter all those pairs. Those are just the pairs that have the cleanest looking setup. So we're just waiting for, whatever pairs give us the setups first. And then we're going to go, determine from there which ones we're going to enter. But of course, we're not going to enter all those pairs. But you got to have options, because sometimes there might be a pair that's not ready or just simply not going to be at a good price level. But there's always going to be at least one pair that will be. So all I got to do is find that pair, wait for confirmations, you know what I'm saying, calculate your lot size, check the risk to reward, and then go from there. But yeah, so we're going to be watching these as well. All right, so touch that level was rejected. New 5 minute just started. So let's go back to EJ. So it's holding this level still. We're going to wait for this 15 to close. We see EN's pushing up. Yeah, so if we can break and hold above this level, we'll look for a buy here. If it rejects and retraces, that's completely fine. We'll just enter at the ideal entry point we was looking for here originally. That's simple. It's a decent stop loss. Yeah, so we're gonna see how it reacts when it hits this level. Because literally at this line right here. So we're gonna see if it's gonna break above this level, hold this level, or reject this yellow line here. So we're gonna flip to some other pairs. We're gonna come back to this. We can already see if I zoom in how I literally tap this level and it's already rejecting it. Literally just saw that happen. That's why we identify these levels. 80 pairs are still pushing up. GM pairs are still pushing up as well. Like I said, which is no issue. So y'all see on y'all screen, this is how we did last week. How many pips we caught, our record. We're gonna go over how we did last week. We want to pull it up in a second, as well as how we did last month. Just give me 1 second. Just want to pay attention to the charts right now. Make sure we don't miss anything. All right, so those hit those levels and now they're retracing again, which is no issue because we go back to the bigger time frame. I went over this with the members, so we are still technically bullish, but we kind of got a few levels of traffic, a few key levels, smaller key levels in between the bigger key levels, which we can see right here. We see these wicks, we see these smaller levels of traffic, these walls formed here. So realistically, if price can hold above these levels here, I'm gonna look for buys. But price breaks below 12,960 and holds that level as resistance, then we could possibly look for short-term sales. But I wouldn't be saying long-term sales until price comes down to around here. But right now, price is still technically bullish, but is struggling to push up. So price struggles and rejects that level, then we could possibly be seeing some short setups. At least short-term, short setups for now. And again, that's if it can't hold that level. So that's what you're waiting. This is still the first 15-minute candlestick. We still have another 5 minutes before the 15 closes and all that good stuff. So EJ is still holding that level. Gold's still kind of staying where it's at. EN is slowly trying to break above it. We're going to see if it can hold that. Yeah, these haven't retraced yet, so we're just going to leave those alone. Talking about the AUD pairs. We might see a retracement the next candlestick, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're just going to be patiently waiting for these setups here. Those are just from the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. We're watching gold. We're watching indices, the JPY pairs, New Zealand pairs, and the AUD pairs. That's the game plan for today. Hey, what's going on? Accept me free for your signal group. Only 1 month. I'll make money and pay after that. I trust I'll gain profit. So if you want free stuff, there's the YouTube channel, what you're on right now, and there's the free Telegram, first link in the description. Now, I did do a giveaway yesterday. It's a little too late for that now. The next giveaway won't be until we hit 1K subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe. That giveaway, I did give away some courses, free access to events, play signal room, free one-on-one sessions, all that good stuff. So you want to check that stream out later on. It was the stream before this one, the one from yesterday. Went through all those details and stuff like that. But that's the only time I really give out free stuff. You know what I mean? But if you're trying to see, how the strategy works and all that, there's literally hours of content, hours of live streams, hours of documented, stuff. And also, first link to free Telegram. Like I said, we're going to go over that in just a second. Where literally every day, every month, every week, since the playbook's been started and open, has been documented. So you can literally see how we've done this year so far, how we've done last year, how we've done every week, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so everything's documented, so you can check that out and form your own opinion from that. But yeah, only time I give away free stuff is like giveaways and stuff like that. And the content of YouTube and my Instagram and stuff like that as well. Because just because that stuff's free does not mean it's not valuable information in my free content. Literally everything I post can help you out. I got people that haven't even joined any of my stuff, but still make money strictly off my free content or just strictly off my live trades. So it's still value everywhere. So if this is your first time on the channel, definitely explore after the stream, because we don't just live trade, but we also have literally just endless amount of content, from trade breakdowns, trading tip videos. Literally I've broken down in multiple videos in detail, step by step, my trading plan. I have videos on how to trade news, risk to reward, how to count pips, how to read the charts, how to identify the trend. Literally everything is on my channel. If it's not on my channel yet, I simply just haven't made a video on it. Also have a $200 account flip challenge on my video on my channel. I go over how to pass prop firms in multiple different videos. So yeah, there's a lot of good content on this channel. A lot of good content on this channel. All right, so gold's pushing up. I'm going to see how this next 15 looks like. But I do kind of like how this is looking. So we're going to see what the next 15 is looking like. But going back to EN, as you can see, it's kind of really hasn't gone any further than this, which is why we mark off these levels. You can see how it's literally tapped it, and it's kind of just come to a halt ever since it's tapped this level. If we go to the 5-minute, we can kind of see clearly what's going on here. It's hit this level and it's currently treating as resistance. And right now, it's trying to break above it to see if we can treat it as support. That's pretty much what's going on there. But this is why we mark off these levels. That way we can basically kind of predict where price is going to go. Obviously, we know price is going to do one of two things. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. But how far is it going to go up? How far is it going to go down? That's where these levels come to play. Now, obviously, nothing's 100%, but these levels have been pretty accurate for consistently, for a while. And, we see every stream how they work. But yeah, so the AUD pairs haven't retraced yet. JPY pairs look like they're trying to continue to push up. So we're going to be paying attention to EJ this next 15. We're still going to be paying attention to New Zealand pairs. We're going to be watching gold. And the indices we're still going to pay attention to. But as you can see, they hit that level, try to break above it, hit this line. Same thing like EN. Tapped it, rejected it, right? And if we go on the 5-minute, we'll be able to see that a lot more clearly. If I go on the 5-minute and then I zoom in. All right, new 15 just started, but you can see here, I literally test this level, rejected. All right, this is why we mark these levels off. All right, but new 15 just started. So let's pay attention to these pairs really quick. Yeah, so I'm about to write some of this stuff up, and I'm going to go ahead and post a disclaimer. Even though nothing is looking too attractive yet, we're still going to post the disclaimer just to knock it out. That way everybody can have a chance to read all that information in there before things do start to get popping. All right, so make sure to read the disclaimer, y'all. It's the same disclaimer I post every day before I post any trades out. It's a small paragraph, but like I said earlier, everything I post is for a reason. I'm never just going to post something or type something or waste anybody's time or anything like that. and it'll also answer a lot of questions you might have. So make sure to read that disclaimer out. Also, kind of breaks down how you should go about trading and how my TPs work, because obviously I kind of know now, but when I first started Playbook, I didn't really realize how different. I was just a bunch of different strategies, but when I first started, I was getting it a lot how my strategy was a little bit different from, I guess, the more popular strategies. So please don't just enter trades. Make sure you do what you need to do beforehand. See what the stop loss is, calculate your lot size, this, down to third. All right. So, we stress over here and we practice responsible trading habits, responsible trading in general. All right. Doesn't matter what you're trading, doesn't matter. Well, it does matter what you're trading depending on your account size. And in the course and advanced play signal room, you already know there's pinned messages in all those channels. And one of the pinned messages in advanced play signal room is account size key. I go over pairs, all account sizes should or shouldn't trade, because if your account size is too small to trade certain things, you should not trade it because it can definitely hurt your account. But give me 1 second. Yeah, so there's a few pairs that they try to kick off right here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm gonna start writing some of this stuff up, so I might be able to jump to some things soon. I just stopped myself because I was about to go on a tangent. I always pick the wrong times to do that. So give me 1 second, y'all. About to write some of these trade ideas up. Those are just on the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. That might change in a second, though. About to write some of these trade ideas up. Yeah, so like I said, there was a few sales with last night. They didn't really start the move until literally about an hour ago, which does happen sometimes, and especially because all the holidays that was going on last week and yesterday included, and even the weekend kind of makes sense. But it's part of the game. Not tripping too much about that. So just double quick going through all these. All right, so EJ's still hugging that, chilling there. Still looking for buys though on that. ES chilling on this level. Gonna see if we can push up. If we can push and hold above these levels, we can look for buys here. Same thing with GN. So I'm about to mark these off right here. New 5 minute just started. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can hold this level here. And we can hold and stay above this level, then we'll look for a buy. I'd like to wait at least for the next 15, because it can very much so. We've seen this before, and it just comes with experience on the charts. We've seen price break above this next 15 and reject and come back down. So just to be a little bit safer, sometimes I do take more aggressive entries. But just if you want to be on a little bit safer side, there's nothing wrong with waiting for the candlestick to end. Now, obviously, if price starts to take off past this high here, then I'll just enter. But if price is kind of just staying, it's not really moving too violently, it's okay to wait at least for the next 5 minutes, if not, which is ideal, at least the next 15. Because like we saw even on Friday's stream, how even the 15-minute candlestick every 5 minutes, you could see like potential changes of direction. So there's that. Yeah, so we're still watching GN. GA ended up flying. It didn't end up retracing. It does happen. Granted, we could have entered here, but what if price retraced? Our risk to reward would have been trash for one. If we would have entered here, risk to reward would have been trash. Would have been trash. So simply why we just didn't enter. You know what I mean? Because it's not about just trying to catch pips. Risk to reward is very important, as well as proper lot size. I know there's a lot of different strategies out there, but you know, everything comes down to numbers. And if you take this simple time, and you only have to do this like once or twice, and you just write it down, you really don't have to do it again unless you're adding bigger accounts to your arsenal, or you're upping your account size, whatever the case may be. You really only have to do it like once or twice. And you just write it down, and that's your key. That's your lot size key. You know what I'm saying? But you need to really understand a few things, and myself included, until recently, a lot of stuff I had to learn on my own, and a lot of stuff wasn't taught, because of course everybody knows how it was like 3 years ago in the forex space. But things are a little bit better now. But there's a lot of stuff that people don't know. Even today, there's a lot of traders that I even talked to this week, last week, even traders that are trading longer than me or the same time as me. There's a lot of stuff that people still don't know, which is fine, because you don't know what you don't know. But trust me, adding some of the stuff, even if not all the stuff that we talk about over here, is going to help your trading, especially long term. Because that's what's important. We're trying to be in this game long term. We're trying to be consistent. This would be a nice risk to reward if this plays out. Yeah, so we're seeing if GN is going to hold here. So yeah, we're watching what you call it. We're watching EJ, we're watching New Zealand pairs. We're still watching AED pairs, but obviously we see what they're doing. So we're basically waiting for the next 15 for either price to retrace back down and look for entry here, or wait for price to simply break up here and then look for entry up here. That's simply all we're doing here. So while we're waiting, let's not look at this one. Let's pull up. Let's pull up EJ. Like I said, the reason why I think this one's really struggling right now is simply because the level of traffic. And if we look at the daily candlesticks, each one of these candlesticks is how that day went, right? So this is today's candlestick. This was yesterday's candlestick, Fridays, last Thursdays, etc. So we can see here, every time price hit this level. Let me catch up to the comments first, or I'm caught up. Cool. So we can see every time price hit this level here, it rejected. So we see this day it rejected, this day rejected, these 2 days rejected, this day rejected, these 2 days rejected, the last 2 recent times, which was this month, right? Like a week ago, last week actually. So we can see literally every time prices hit this level, it is rejected. So price is currently above this level. So that's why it's kind of struggling, because as we see, looking to the left, like I always say, we look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what's potentially going to happen in the future. All right, so that's why price is kind of struggling. We also see here, literally like a few hours ago, like maybe like 3 hours ago, price hit this level and did the same exact thing that it did last week when it hit this level. But right now we got a nice little rejection wick. So we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. We might be jumping into something. We'll see. But yeah, better go back to writing the stuff up. So if we enter right here, SL, I'm looking at it's 144.90. Let's do 85 actually. 144.85. Yeah, so we got a couple minutes to the next 15 pops off. See the indices are slowly pushing up as well. Still not going to pull the trigger on this yet. But I'm going to write these up just in case we do enter. 13.010. Those that just joined the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. Just going over the charts, possible trade setups, things to look for when on the charts, things like that. We haven't jumped in anything yet. Just patiently waiting for confirmations. Things might change this next 15 though. We'll see. But we see EJ is rejecting. As I say that, things are retracing. Yeah, but we're just patiently waiting right now. Just patiently waiting. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and write these up just to have them ready, just in case we do enter any of these. And then we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. And then we're going to pull up the Telegram. You guys want a preview? First in the description, but we're going to pull up how we did last week, how we did last month, and all that good stuff. But you can see on your screen on the left side how we did last week. We went 12-3, caught what's it say, like 48,000 pips. And that was even with all the holiday stuff going on last week. Granted, most of those pips we caught was Monday and Tuesday. Things did get choppy and slow down when Wednesday did hit. But nonetheless, it was still a good week considering literally all the stuff that was going down. 74.80. 74.80. All right, so we got a new 15 about to pop up. Yeah, so right now, like I said, we haven't entered any trades yet. These are just trade ideas. I'm writing them up right now because we could enter them or enter a couple of these this next 15, just depending on if the confirmations and all that stuff are met. So new 15 did just start. 0.9945. All right, so just like what we were just talking about, price hit this level, was above it, now it's rejecting. Again, it could come back up, but we literally just talked about price doing this, which is why I personally don't enter off touch and goes. I like to wait for the candlestick to close. Because granted, this was the 15-minute candlestick. This is the new 5-minute we're currently on. So the first 5 minutes, it was above this level. Second 5 minutes, it was above this level. Last 5 minutes to the 15, it rejected this level. Now, it could push back up this 15. But again, this is why you just got to patiently wait. You should not be in a rush to enter trades, especially with the style I use, because our trade, the setup's not going to disappear in 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can, but for the most part, you know, it's going to take a couple candlesticks for the move we're looking for to complete. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to rush in. You can patiently wait. But speaking of that, it looks like the indices are pushing up. So we're going to see what this 5-minute looks like and then go from there. Because again, like I mentioned, we're kind of in this range right now. We're kind of in this box. So it is a slight risk to enter in this low range here. But as long as you secure your profits, you don't over leverage and all that stuff, it will be fine. But we are kind of stuck in this box right here, as we kind of can see. So we could look for some short-term buys here or some scalp setups. Now, depending on how it reacts when it hits this level, that's another thing. But yeah, so we're going to wait for at least 5 minutes to see how it holds. And yeah, so we're going to go back to the currency pairs here. And so EJ is rejecting, retracing, EN is retracing. EA looks like it's trying to push up some more. GJ retraced as well. GN's retracing. Yeah, EA and GA looks like they're not done trying to push. Yeah, and all these other JPY pairs are retracing. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting. There are a few pairs that we could jump into soon, but as we literally see, y'all see it in real time, so we're just patiently waiting and no rush to enter any trades at all. Not in any rush at all. Yeah, so I'm going to write these up. $100. Yeah, so still also wanting to see SPX break above this level as well. We're going to delete this because I don't think we took that trade. I mean, we could do a tighter stop loss if we're being realistic. Yeah, these are decent stop losses. Yes, this is holding that level nicely. Let's see what this next 5-minute looks like. And then we're going to go from there. Yeah, it looks like these pairs are retracing on this, which again is no problem. That just gives it another potential opportunity. But look at GN. This was just red. Now it's green again. Let's go on to 15. So it could try to push back up. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. We have our levels marked off. We know what we're looking for, whether that's buys or sells. We know where we want to enter at. So now all we're doing is just simply, we're going to move this over. So all we're doing now is just simply waiting for our confirmations to be met so we can enter a trade. That's simple. That's simple. All right, so the JPY pairs, we're going to leave alone for now. Give me 1 second. Simply because they look like they're retracing, and there's some other pairs that are trying to pump in our favor, so we're just going to pay attention to those. All right, bam. So while these are doing their thing, got a new 5-minute that just started. So we're going to let that do its thing. So while that's doing this thing, this is how we did last week. So like I said, majority of I always do that, and then I peep my errors on live. So let me fix that. Because now that I've seen it, I can't just leave it there. But I always do that. So let me just do a quick magic trick. Bam. Then bam. Boom. Look at that. Gone. All right. Cool. So last Monday, let's move this over. Yeah, so that's retracing back down. So yeah, so we're seeing some retracements happen, which is fine. So since that's retracing, yeah, literally while you just want to wait, we waited for the next 5 minute, new 5 minutes started. Now we're seeing a whole different direction of price on majority of these pairs we was looking at, right? So that's why you always want to wait for the candlestick to close. So things can change that quick. All right, so we see GN retracing here. GJ retracing here. Again, which is no issue. This is just going to give us another opportunity to enter if it can hold this level. So I have no issue with that at all. All right, and then GA is still trying to push up. All right, cool. All right, cool. So Monday we caught 32,106 pips. Tuesday we caught 16,105 pips. Wednesday, I think I made a mistake on Wednesday as well. I'm pretty sure Wednesday we went 1-0, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday and Friday were break-even days. I'm pretty sure Friday we went 1-1. Thursday we might have went 1-1 as well, but pretty much break-even on Thursday and Friday. Wednesday I'm pretty sure is a typo because I'm pretty sure we went 1-0 on Wednesday. But we're going to see that in just a second. So we caught a total of 48,211 pips, 41,949. Those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Ending the week 12-3, giving us 80% win rate for the week. So this is the lowest win rate we've had in a while. But again, for us to have an 80% win rate with all the stuff that was going on last week, it's still not bad. All right. So this is how we did the week before. And of course, everything's documented real time. All the trades were entered, TVs get hit, how many people viewed and or entered the trade, all that good stuff. And this is how we did to end March. So this is how we did the last week of March. We went 18-1, caught a total of 30,664 pips. Give us a 94% win rate. Then the week before that, we had a 93% win rate, 15-1, 13,000 pips. And then the week before that, 87. And I'm pretty sure I did, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I did. Give me a second. I did it somewhere. Before, might have been, here it is. Yeah, so last month we caught a total of 92,592 pips. Ended last month 59-5 with a 92% win rate for that month. And then I also tallied up how we did the first quarter. Got to scroll down a little bit. So that's how we did last week. Also broke down how we did last quarter. So last quarter we also had, so between the last 3 months, because if you don't know, a quarter is every 3 months. So the last quarter we went 199-14. So we took 199 wins, 14 losses within the span of 3 months with a 93% win rate. So for the year so far, we are at a 93% win rate, which is not bad at all. So that's how we're doing so far. Again, that's first link in the description. You guys want to check that out. Literally, you can, everything's documented. All right. Months, last year as well included. All right. Because we literally every day, every week, every month, if we enter the trade, it's in here, it's documented every week. I'm just clicking random stuff every week. You know what I'm saying? Every day, everything's tallied up and calculated. So you literally just see everything's transparent from literally when a TP gets hit. I try my best to notify and post it as soon as it's hit. Sometimes, obviously, I am a little delayed because I'm not on the charts all the time, especially after a certain point. I'm trying to get outside of March. I'm trying to get to last year and stuff. So I'm still looking at the charts, but they just hit the top or middle of the zone. So they're right now trying to break above, as you can see. Well, EA's not doing it. EA already did that. So yeah, so we're still waiting on them to hit our price levels. Just want to do a quick update. I'm not sidetracked this time. I am paying attention this time. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting. It is about to be the 4 o'clock hour though, so things might pop off at that time. But yeah, literally everything's documented in real time and all that good stuff. So first link in the description to check that out. But yeah, right now we're just patiently waiting for some setups. Went over other charts and some setups last night with the members. The setups did not end up popping up until like, well, it was an hour ago before the stream started. So around 2 a.m. So about 2 hours ago now, which does happen. But a lot of those trades we could have entered when I dropped that video. We just wouldn't be blue until like an hour or two ago. But that's fine. It does happen. We got all London and New York. So we're going to look for some setups right here. So right now we're just patiently waiting. Let's go back to the indices and just see what they're up to. Yeah, so they're still ranging and playing around. So we're still going to watch and pay attention to them. But we're going to prioritize currency pairs right now. Simply just because there are some currency pairs that on the bigger time frames, they're like cleaner looking. Thus, we can get some cleaner looking setups. Again, we did miss a couple, but there are a few other ones we could potentially jump into. So that's what we're going to do. GJ just hit this level. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. I want to see price go green and push up. But just because I want that to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. So we're about to see if it is going to happen. So we're watching GJ. We're watching GA. We're watching GN, EN. And then the indices, whether they push back up or not. Yeah, so that's the game plan right here. Got a new 15 about to start. All right, new 15 just started. So it's starting off green like I wanted to see, but the candlestick literally just started. So we're not going to get too excited yet. We're about to flip and see what these other pairs are doing as well. So NAS and SPX are green as well. SPX has some work to do compared to NAS. But again, we're still going to wait a little bit. We want to wait at least 5 minutes. At least the first 5-minute candlestick. Yeah, but we might be jumping into some things soon. Yeah, so we're going to see if it's going to hold this level or not. This is the highest it's been so far since it's broken above this level. It's doing a nice retest, but if we can hold this level, like I mentioned before, it's the same thing like EJ. Same situation as EJ, like we went over earlier in the stream. If y'all missed that, or if I just joined the stream, you can rewind now, or you can rewatch or rewind after the stream's over. But we kind of broke down what's going on with majority of these pairs, including the JPY pairs. But basically the same thing with GJ is going on with EJ. But it's holding this level so far, which is nice. So these are still kind of chilling underneath those levels. Let's see what these other JPY pairs are up to. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting right now. Which is the life of the trader. Now, I said this before, but on stream, it might seem a little bit more boring, but when you're trading on your own, you're not just sitting there staring at the charts. You know what I'm saying? You have to wait for the setups. It's not just, you open a computer and you get straight to entering a trade. It doesn't really work that way. Now, granted, there has been some days where we literally just started stream. Whether I started stream late or not, depends, but there have been days where I started stream on time and literally the opening candlestick we would enter trades, but that's when there's a lot of volume pumping in the markets and not after a bunch of holidays and stuff like that. But there are some exceptions and occasions when it does happen, but for the most part, you're going to have to patiently wait for price to come to where you want it to come to and all that stuff. It's never really entering trades. Most traders, at least the smarter traders, aren't just entering trades. They wait for certain prices to get hit to enter trades. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't do that, I suggest doing that because it's going to drastically increase your win rate and decrease your losses and just improve your trading game in general. All right, so I do recommend doing that. But yeah, so it's holding this level so far. So I got a number in my head. And if we can hold that number, or if we can hit that number, we might enter. Looking at the other pairs as well. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. Got a new 5-minute about to start. About 30 seconds. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. It should be on y'all screen right now at Playmaker Way, and on TikTok at Playmaker. No, I got it backwards. Instagram Playmaker _way, TikTok Playmaker Way. All right, I post daily on both pages. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post that stuff on Instagram. But I post daily on both pages. Trades I'm in, whether it's trades I called live on YouTube, trades I called later on in New York session, or trades me and the members are strictly in. I post screenshots of trades. You want to see student results and receipts. That's all over my Instagram as well. And of course, that's the best way to contact me directly. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Kind of like, I was about to say that. But new 5 minutes started. Again, we see a new 5 minutes started. We see some new reaction. Our price can try to continue to pump back up. Does have a nice level of traffic and wall of price right above this daily level. So if it can hold this level, we can see price continue to push up and a new high be made today. Well, yeah, because price is bullish. If we just strictly look at, actually, we can zoom out a little further. So even if we just keep it super simple and just look at right here, the past couple of weeks, price is bullish. There's no lows being made. Price is gradually pushing to the upside, which is why we're leaning towards buys, right? We wouldn't really want to look for sells right here. Now, the reason why we're patiently waiting is, like I mentioned before, last few times prices hit this level, we've seen some harsh rejections. So also we had this huge imbalance, huge move happen yesterday with the JPY pairs. So retracement could happen and then a push to the upside. So if it can't hold this level, we could see that happen. Which again, we're not against retracements. Retracements work out in our favor. That just helps us catch more pips, get a better risk to reward, and all that good stuff. So we're not against retracements. Now, that might just require us to wait a little longer for the setup, but it is what it is. There's no set time limit on trade setups. We got about 8 minutes to the 4 o'clock candle. We're going to see if things get shaken there. Sometimes we enter trades the first hour. Sometimes we got to wait an hour or two. Not tripping too much because I'd rather be early. Well, you always want to be early for the setup. So I don't mind being up and not being anything the first hour. So we're just patiently waiting. We got these levels marked off, and we're just patiently waiting for these levels to be broken and or met. All right, and you can just see how strong and powerful this level is, because literally the entire stream are going to 15-minute time frame. This 15-minute, the last 15 minutes, the last 30 minutes, price has literally just been stuck at this price. It's hit this level multiple times, and it's just failed to break above this level, which is why we have this level marked off. We see price pumped up, tried again, struggling. It's still trying to break through, but this is why we have these levels marked off. All right, we see the same thing with EA here. Have this level marked off, literally tap this line, then flew away, then ran off. And we see this with all these charts. All right, which is why we have these levels marked off. This was why I'm also able just to be a little bit more calm and patient, because I know these levels are pretty accurate. I know how price is going to react when it hits these levels, breaks above or below these levels. So that's why I'm able to just patiently wait. Been using the strategy for a while. Before I even started using the strategy, I practiced this on demos for months consistently, weeks consistently. So, and I'm on the charts every day. So I'm not going to say I know everything, because that's impossible, but the more you're on the charts, the more things you're going to start to see, more patterns, because there are some slight differences every day. But to keep it super simple, you see a lot of the same things every day at the same time. So the more notes you take, the more you're on the charts, the more you pay attention, the more coincidences you're going to notice and find, and you'll be able to use those coincidences in your favor. It's that simple. I would like to enter something before I end the stream, though. So we're going to see if the charts and the markets are going to do that for us. Yeah, the indices are still playing around. Yeah, they're really struggling to break through that level of traffic. And all the indices are kind of similar situations. Again, I went over all this with the members last night. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Those are just joined the stream. We have not entered anything yet. These are some trade ideas. Just waiting on some confirmations. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free Telegram. You're going to see how we did last week, last month, the month before that, the month before that, the month before that. And you keep scrolling. the month before that. Also, make sure to hit that sub button. I know we haven't entered any trades yet, but we don't just live trade here. There's more stuff and more value to be attained on this channel. We have trade breakdowns, hours of trading plan videos, my trading plan videos. I break down in detail how to trade news. I go over risk management. I got videos on how to count pips. I got videos on almost everything. If I don't got a video on it yet, it's just simply because I haven't posted it yet. But make sure to check that out. All right. But yeah, we're just waiting on these setups. Going to see what this 4 o'clock candle looks like, because you know about the 4 o'clock hour, you know. So we're going to see if things can pop off, we can jump into some things. But if not, hey, it is what it is. Still going to be on the chart, still going to be waiting for these setups. But again, not too shocked this is going on, because one, it is Tuesday, and then two, we literally, if you just look at the calendar, we had bank holidays yesterday, we had bank holidays Sunday, we had bank holidays Friday and Thursday, on top of it being a new month, new quarter, a bunch of news events and stuff going down. So if you put all that together, it's not too much of a surprise that what's been going on last week and what's going on in the markets currently is happening, because again, if you just understand what's been going down, it makes sense. But things should pick back up today during the New York session. Yeah, so we got some pairs slowly trying to push up. So we got a couple minutes to the next 15. So we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. And then we're going to go from there. GA just broke this level as well. So we're going to be watching GJ. We're going to be watching GA. We're going to be watching GN as well. So we got some setups. Again, right before the 4 o'clock candle. So yeah, we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. We're going to see if we're going to jump into some things or not. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So I'm going to have both my screens up. We're still going to be flipping back and forth simply that way. When I'm talking about something, you can see and understand what I'm talking about. But pretty much nothing's really changed. It's the same setups we were talking about before. Nothing's really changed. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, so we got a new 15 about to start in 30 seconds. So like I said, we're going to be looking at GA, we're going to be looking at GN, GJ. It's kind of funny. That's really all GBP pairs. And we're going to be looking at EN as well. So these are going to be the setups we're looking at. We're looking at EN, GN, GJ, GA, and the indices too. But we're going to be, like I said before, mainly focusing on the currency pairs for right now. Simply just because the indices are kind of playing around. They could pick things up. Things could pick up this next hour or two before pre-market and before New York starts. But right now we're going to pay attention to these currency pairs. So GJ is still struggling to push up. You can see if it can do that. Yeah, so that's rejecting it. Like I said, if we can't look for a buy here, we're going to look for a buy right here. It's that simple. Right now, I'm just waiting to see if it can hold this level. And if it can, we're going to look for a buy here. But I'm also kind of anticipating a retracement. So that's why I'm also not trying to jump the gun. Just to simply, if it does retrace, one, I already was anticipating it. So it'd be silly to enter a trade, throw some money away, then enter another trade. So right now I'm just waiting to see if it can hold this level. And if it can, then we can go for a buy there. But if it retraces, we're just going to simply go for a buy down here. But so far it's holding that level. But we're still going to wait for at least the first 5 minutes just to see if it can hold. Looking at GA on my other screen, nothing's really happened too crazy with that yet. So we're going to look at GN right here. Yeah, so we already got a pretty strong full candlestick on the daily time frame looking at GN. So I wouldn't be surprised if well, it's compared to the other candlesticks. So I wouldn't be surprised if price kind of wants to chill for a little bit before New York. But it could continue to push up right here. All right, so let's go back to. All right, so GJ is holding. Yeah, so we might be jumping into some things soon. Yeah, so we might be jumping into some things soon. SPX are pushing up. Got a couple minutes to the next 5 minutes. Yeah, so we're going to see these can hold right here. Yeah, so I'm going to get these ready. Got about, let me move my mouse. Got about a minute to the next 15. But I am liking these pairs right here. Those are just showing the string. We haven't entered anything yet. But we're looking at GJ, GN. We're looking at GA, EN, and then we're looking at NAS and SPX. Now, will we enter all of these? Most likely not. These are the setups that are at our price levels that we can potentially be jumping into. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, so new 5 minutes about to start. Yeah, I like these right here. New 5 minute just started. Just looking at GA. Yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, I like this right here. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I think this is what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm typing some stuff up. That's why I keep saying, all right, I'm quiet. And I'm also looking at like 3 charts right now. So bear with me 1 second, y'all. All right, see here. Okay. Whoops. Put that in the wrong chat. Members, ignore that message. Ignore that message. Type that in the wrong channel. Deleted it pretty quick though. All right, so I'm typing some stuff up. So give me 1 second. Entry SL. There we go. Yeah, so I'm liking GJ. It's holding this level. So yeah, I'm gonna enter GJ. I'm about to type the TPs up. But yeah, I'm gonna enter GJ here. So I'm about to have the TPs up right now. So it's gonna be about 50 pip, 50 about 50 60 pip stop loss. Timing the TPs up right now. All right, man. All right, TP's typed up. So I'm about to mark it off so we can just visually see where it's at. All right, cool. And then let's see. Yeah, so we got some other pairs. Like I said, this is 4 o'clock hour. We got some pairs starting to move now. SPX is trying to push up. NAS just broke this level. Yeah, so we got some pairs starting to move now. Like EJ is trying to push back up as well. We got EN trying to push up. Looking at GA. GA is kind of chilling right here still. But it could try to push up to the upside. Looking at GN. GN looks like it's trying to push up. So yeah, we got some pairs starting to try to make a move now. GA is kind of chilling right there for now. It did do a quick move though. Yeah, and we can see that struggling to stay on the upside with these levels of traffic. Doesn't mean it's impossible though. But again, that's just explaining why price is doing what it's doing currently. So we're blue right now. We're about a few pips away from hitting the first TP. So we're gonna see if we can do it. A new 5 minute just started. 4-6. Yeah, Ian looks like he's trying to push up as well. Yeah, we see a new high be made today. All right, so GJ is slowly pushing up. We are blue right now. Want to see if we can hit this TP before the next 15. We're literally like 3 pips away, so we're gonna see if we can hit that TP. I'm still looking at some other pairs. Still watching the other pairs. Boom, 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 boom. We're literally a pip away. And we just ripped through that, y'all. So it took an hour, but we just caught some pips. We just hit TP1. So make sure to hit that like button, y'all. That's a quick 10 pips right there. All right. So we're going to mark off the next TP here. Let's see if we can knock that out. By the way, I'm typing some stuff up, but hit that like button, y'all. Y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. Y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. Yes, this is holding. So if we can hold this level, we could possibly jump in on EN or GN as well. We're about to hit TP2 in a second also. 690. And again, it took a little while. Patient wait for confirmations. We could have been entered, but literally, as we saw those that was on the stream, price literally didn't do anything for an entire hour. So realistically, if you're in that trade, you would have, who knows what your thought process would have been. You could have been second guessing yourself. You could have started adding positions. You could have been trying to pull out too early. This, that, and the third. There's a whole bunch of stuff that could, well, we just hit another TP. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that could have happened while in your head, while you're waiting for that setup that you were confident in to, finish. So that's why it's just nothing wrong with just patiently waiting and all that good stuff. But we just hit TP2. And yeah, so we hit that before the 15, which was the goal, which was nice. We've seen some retracements happen, but again, the disclaimer, those that was here at the beginning, I told you I read that disclaimer. Those are just during the stream. Disclaimer is in the first link in the description, in the free Telegram, right above this trade. All right, I post the disclaimer every day before the first trade is posted, first signal is posted. So make sure to read that. All right, small paragraph, but every sentence is important and it's going to answer questions that you may have. All right, so make sure to check that out. So new 15 starting, GGA is pushing up still. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. All right, so we're going to pay attention to these pairs as well. All right, so we see GN, retracing. See GJ trying to continue to push back up. So yeah, so we're gonna let GJ do his thing. Me and the members are in another trade. We'll be watching the indices as well. An EN and GN, we could potentially see setups on these also. But I kind of like these look like they're trying to push up. I kind of like these right here. Yeah, they just got a huge level of traffic above them. But it is bullish. It's retested this level multiple times. Pushed back above here. Nice rejection work on yesterday's daily candlestick. So I could see these pushing up. But we're in 2 trades right now. Me and the members are in another trade as well. Yeah, but EN and GN, or especially GN, is looking slightly valid also. But yeah, so me and the members are in a trade as well. Only in 2 trades right now. Could change. NAS and US30 are looking attractive right now as well. Hey, what's going on, Sparky? What's going on, Sparky? All right, I mean, the members just hit a TP as well. All right, so we're 2-0 to start the day. Took a little while. Took about an hour of just literally just patiently waiting. And again, granted, if I wasn't on stream, I'd be doing other stuff like, I'd be watching anime, I'd be editing videos, YouTube, podcasts, working on my other business projects, playing video games, cooking, working out, sleeping sometimes. You don't have to just stare at the charts. Obviously, you want to pay attention to the charts and not get sidetracked, because if you haven't seen on stream, you probably experienced it firsthand. But it just takes literally just 5 seconds for a candlestick to turn green to red or red to green. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take long. So you do have to pay attention for sure. But yeah, looks like these things are starting to try to push up. So we might mess with these as well. Like I said, we are kind of in a range, but we are still bullish. You know what I mean? We are still bullish. We could see some retracements happen or reversals happen going into New York, though, but we are still bullish. And the move that happened yesterday kind of makes me feel comfortable going for a buy as well. So yes, I kind of like these right here. Got a new 5 minute about to start. Yeah, so GJ's trying. Yeah, so just showing what these other pairs are doing. Yeah, so Ian's kind of taking a nap right here. Gian is slowly trying to push up. Ian's trying to push up as well. So we could see some potential buy subs with Gian and Ian still. US30 NAS and SPX, I'm kind of liking these as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So things should be picking up in the next hour or two. Members, you already know, in about an hour or so, I'm going to be dropping a New York price watch list, as well as an update of the trades we're currently in, and an update of the charts from the video and chart analysis I dropped for y'all last night. All right. Make sure to follow me, y'all, on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all should see it on y'all screens at Playmaker_ways to Instagram, Playmaker ways to TikTok. All right. Just did a giveaway yesterday. Y'all want to know the details of the giveaway, how the giveaway went? Check out yesterday's stream. The next giveaway is going to be at 1,000 subscribers. Again, shout out to all the winners. I'm going to post the winners today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was Super busy yesterday, so I'm gonna post it today on my story. All right, I'm posted on my Instagram story, so make sure to check that out. And of course, if you want to contact me directly, you can hit me up on Instagram at playmaker_way. I respond to all DMs same day. You catch me at a good time, I can respond within 5 minutes to an hour, but I always respond at least towards the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any questions, hit me up there. If you're interested in how to mark up your charts like this, how I identify these key levels, things like that, click the links in the description, second and third links. The course is out. I also have the Advanced Play Signal Room if you're interested in getting notified and getting a text sent to you when I enter all my trades. If you're interested in the what's it called, the Tokyo and New York session Zooms, the red folders, Zoom live trades, chart analysis, all that good stuff. Pretty much we just go to free Telegram. All the details of what's in the signal room, I posted right here above the first trade we just entered today. All right. And then also how we did last week is all documented here, as well as the week before that and the week before that. But all my programs and services are currently on sale. Most of them are 50% off, if not all currently. But yeah, so again, make sure to read the disclaimer about how the TPs work. Not every TP is going to be guaranteed to get hit. So, stick to your trading plan. Whenever you're happy with your profits, secure profits, move SL, or just simply close. All right. Because if you end a trade blue, that's still a winning trade at the end of the day. All right. And that's the main goal. The main goal is to close a trade blue. Speaking of which, looks like the New Zealand pairs are starting to try to make a move. So we might jump in on those as well, because they look like they are trying to make a move. It's just about to be a bunch of GBP pairs we're in. I don't know, just something about that. Yeah, it's holding this level pretty good. All right, we got a new 5 minute by the start. Yeah, so we're going to see what this new 5 and 15 looks like on these indices and these currency pairs. And then we're going to go from there. Yeah, it looks like they are slowly trying to push up. Struggling a little bit, though. It looks like they are trying to push up. I'm still going to be in the charts, so I'm going to pay attention to those and go from there. But we are in 2 trades. And I'm debating on entering the indices as well. So not trying to go too crazy. But there are a few setups. All right, which is, again, like I said, there's a few pairs we're looking at. Let's talk about it from the beginning of the stream. We was looking at about like 5 to 6 different pairs. We ended up entering 2, right? Didn't enter all of them. Waited a little bit, but it was worth the wait because then we secure some profits. Hit TP2, and we're going to see if we can hit some more going into New York or not. But we're going to see some retracements happen, especially within the next couple hours. So just keep eye on your charts. If you didn't secure your profits or get worked out, hold to SL or TP gets hit. Okay, like I mentioned before we even entered any trades about things you need to do. And I should actually have a video on my channel that I'm going to actually drop for y'all right now. That's going to help y'all out too. And it's literally titled "Things to Do Before Entering Any Trade." All right. So if I can find it, here it is. All right. So make sure to check this out. This is going to help y'all out. Bam. 3 things to do before entering a trade. So make sure to check that out. Then here's another one. So these videos are going to help you out. All my videos are going to help you out, obviously. But these videos are pertaining to what we was just talking about. These 3 videos. All right. So make sure to check these out. Okay, they're short, to the point, not dragging it on, not wasting any time. Just like all my videos, all right? Everything's filled with information, packed with information, but it's short, simple, to the point, so you can get on with your day. Got the information you need, then you can go on about your day. All right, so we got a new 15 about to start in dry Newton. So we're about to see how that goes. But like I said, the 4 o'clock hour, things are starting to pop off. All right. There's key hours, key times in all sessions where certain pairs will have some pumps of volume, or, we'll see retracements, whatever the case may be. And again, that's just another thing that once you identify those, you can add that to your arsenal and use that to your advantage, where before you discovered it, it was a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we go about that. So we want to see what this next 15 looks like. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, but I got a lot of exciting things planned, not just for the playbook, but in general this quarter. All right, like I said, I'm revamping the course. That should be the goal is for it to be complete by the end of this month. All right, that's the goal. And if I'm not fully complete, at least it's going to be mostly complete. I am going to be taking things down and replacing and revamping. That stuff is starting the end of this month. I do want it all complete, but I am doing some other things as well. So bear with me, but it is in the works. I have recorded. I do have some stuff edited and posted. I kind of just wanted to have it all done at once. And then, replace everything. That's the plan. That's the goal, at least. So we're going to see, how that goes. All right, new 15 just started. Now let's pull up these other charts and see what's going down. All right, so GN still kind of chilling at this level here, still retesting. Like I said, we kind of called this, not too surprised, because again, looking at the candlestick, it has done a pretty decent move already, and there's level traffic to the left, so it's not too much of a shock that I might chill here for a little bit until closer to New York. They're going to chill at this level, or we even could see a retracement and then a pump or continuation to the upside going into New York. So we'll not be surprised by either one of those. But we also do have this order block here. But I'm not really going to be concerned about that until we hit the middle of the zone here. But just a few things to point out and or anticipate. But simply just doing a retest of this level here. So we're just going to let that do its thing for now. GJ is going for round 3. Trying to push up and break these levels to the left. Going to see if it can do so. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. All these other pairs are kind of taking naps right now. These things are trying to push up though. These are kind of tempting, I ain't gonna lie. I like the indices, I ain't gonna lie. We could jump in on this. So if I don't jump in this now, I might it just depends how I'm feeling. I could jump in this right now, or if I want to be super safe, wait for price to break past 33,700. You want to go for aggressive entry and kind of get in on it early. Could potentially get on it here. But like I mentioned, this box we're kind of stuck in and we've kind of been ranging in. As you can see, we've kind of just been ranging in this box right here. So if we break out of this box and stay above this box, then we could see price potentially continue to the upside and vice versa. Price breaks below this level, stays below, then we could potentially see price go to the downside. But looking at market structure strictly, we are bullish, which is why I got these buy deals marked off. But we are in 2 trades currently. And other pairs we're looking at are still kind of playing around. Like I said, these probably aren't going to start getting cracking until in about 2 hours and or till New York. Not really any news going on today, but things are just from the holidays from last week. Literally had like 4 days in a row, not including Sunday, with bank holidays, and it's a new month, new quarter. So we had a bunch of news reports, and we're going to have some more news reports starting tomorrow. But just looking strictly at today, nothing too crazy going on. We have FOMC once market reopens, but that's later tonight. But that's pretty much it. All right, so make sure to like the video, y'all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on both socials. And yeah, we're going to be back at it tomorrow. London session, 3 a.m. EST. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Telegram. All that good stuff. But yeah, we're 2-0 to start the day. Took about an hour for our setups to materialize. But that happens. Yeah, but we might enter these. These are kind of slowly trying to push up. So we're going to see what happens. Thoughts on NAS. So I just did that, but I got you. So I don't know if I just said that after you said that message or not. But thoughts on NAS. All right. So pretty much just to keep it super simple. All right. One more in depth and detail with this with the numbers. But just to keep it super simple so I don't confuse anybody. This is what we got going on here. So overall, we are bullish. So we should strictly be looking for buys. It is at a good buy level, but we're kind of stuck in this box here. So as we can see here, the past couple of days, price has kind of been chilling, stuck at this level, creating a new support here at around 13,060. So if price can stay above 13,060, we can look for buys. Now we have a wall here at 13,000. Let's say like 130, and we can see a possible rejection at that level. But if we can hold above that level, then we can definitely see price continue to the upside to at least around 13,300 if it can break past 13,200. Now, if price fails to hold this level, or if it hits this level and rejects, basically if price breaks and stays below 12,960, 12,960, then you can look for those. So that's pretty much what's going on there. So we got this little box here. I know that was kind of probably complicated. So just rewind and replay that as many times as you need to, and it'll make sense. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on with with all 3 indices right now, which is why I'm kind of waiting to pull the trigger, which is why just like I said about US30, I kind of want to just do it because again, everything's about probabilities. You don't got to jump into every setup. You want to enter setups that have the highest probability of going your way. You get what I'm saying? And obviously nothing's 100%. There's a few other things that come into play, but you don't have to jump into every trade. You definitely want to wait for confirmations. So like we went over with GJ, we have some levels of traffic to the left. And the last few times prices hit this level, we've seen some rejections. So that's why prices kind of been staying here, literally just hugging this daily level. If we go in the 15-minute time frame, we can literally see since yesterday, since around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock yesterday, during New York session, before market close, price has literally just been chilling here. All right, so we're either going to see price break out to the upside, or we're going to see price reject, break down to the downside, and then possibly see a buy set up here. So that's pretty much what's going on with GJ. Just to give an update, just give an update before we hop off of what's going on there. So like I said, if you didn't get wicked out or whatever the case may be, just hold to SL or TP gets hit. Never close a trade before SL gets hit, because that's what the SL is for. All right. Now let's look at these other pairs. Looks like the New Zealand pairs are trying to push back up. Let me see. Yeah, NDC is still playing around, so we might just leave these alone until next hour or two, or until New York. Just gonna chill with the currency pairs for now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it right there. But it almost hit that TP. We just hit that TP. So me and the members are in GA as well. So we just hit TP 2. TP2 hit. All right, y'all. All right, yeah. So that's the thoughts on NAS. Went over basically everything. Went over the JPY pairs. Went over the GJ trade we're currently in. Went over the indices. Went over price levels for US30 as well as NAS, I believe. US30, I know I did. NAS could have just been strictly with the members, but I did go over NAS as well on the stream here. So just, replay it if y'all jumped in a little late and y'all curious. But went over everything. Went over the New Zealand pairs, went over the AUD pairs, went over the indices, went over gold, went over the news, basically the game plan for the day, all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to just see what New York session looks like, and then the rest of this week. Like I said, we don't have really any news popping up today, but we do have FOMC tonight. So I kind of want to see price get broken out of that box we were just talking about. If it doesn't happen today during New York session, definitely later on tonight during the news. I kind of want to see that happen. But speaking of which, we got news popping off literally all day tomorrow, and then back to our regularly scheduled program Thursday and Friday. So that's pretty much it. That's how this week's going to be going down. That's how this week's going to be going down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to be back at it tomorrow, same time, 11 session 3 a.m. EST. And I'll see y'all then.